Well, Dr. Lauren Wright is a political scientist at Princeton University. She joins me now from New Jersey. Hello to you. Thanks for being with us. First of all, in terms of the indictment, there is nothing stopping Donald Trump from running for the nomination, right, at this moment in time?
Nope, nothing at all. In fact, he could be convicted and still run for president. We saw that in 1920 with a socialist candidate named Eugene Debs. So there's even precedent for that in our country. And frankly, if there's any candidate who could run a campaign at the primary level successfully, it's someone with the built-in support and name recognition Donald Trump has. He doesn't have to be stumping like the other candidates, introducing himself to the country. He has these very high levels of support because he's still seen as the leader of the party.
And we just heard Katty Kay there, our US special correspondent, talking about this tightrope that a lot of the candidates who are thinking of running or who have declared that they're running in the race for the nomination. This tightrope in trying to be critical of this indictment and of the suggestion that it's a political witch hunt and it's a sort of political persecution. But at the same time, they're going to have to start taking chunks out of Donald Trump if this race continues to go forward. How do they navigate that?
I mean, this is a fascinating thing to watch unfold, especially with Ron DeSantis. And I think, frankly, he's been pretty savvy with regard to this on two fronts. When he was first asked about the potential indictment, he made sure to say, yes, I think it's politically motivated, and Alvin Bragg is a partisan and a Soros-backed Democrat and all of this. But I don't know anything about hush money payments to a porn star because that's not behavior I engage in. I think that's a successful tightrope walk. The other one is he seems to be capitalizing on the fact that he refuses to participate in an extradition of Trump from Florida to New York. Well, he's not going to have to anyway, because Trump is going to voluntarily turn himself in. And so DeSantis has done a pretty good job of scoring some political points where he can, but drawing a distinction between himself and Trump. And that is something every single one of these candidates will have to do eventually. Right now, it's just the Trump show, and it's impossible for them to have their own individual message.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty clever from DeSantis, you're right, in suggesting that he's not going to have anything to do with Donald Trump effectively being extradited to New York when he wouldn't have anything to do with it anyway.
Yes,
so there you go. I mean, as far as Donald Trump's mindset is concerned, do you think he's worried? Do you think he's worried now, or is he thinking, you know what, this is fantastic, I'm really going to sock it to them?
No presidential candidate would raise their hand for this. And and part of the allegation here is that Trump covered up this alleged behavior because he thought it would affect the 2016 campaign. And so reporting has indicated he's worried and surprised by this. Nobody would volunteer for this. And so I think, the political commentary a lot of times is confusing a benefit with his campaign to something that he might survive anyway, because people are supportive of him anyway in the Republican Party. And it's important not to conflate those two things. He might just be too far ahead to lose at this point, and people are willing to turn their heads.
Sure. All right. Dr. Lauren Wright from Princeton. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you.
Thank you.